Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stewart Field in Chicago for another presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Athletics here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Today, it's the home opener for Illinois Tech women's lacrosse as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks take the field against the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. I'm Chris Rouse here on the call, coming to you from the Bird's Nest at Stewart Field. And it's time for another season of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse. Matter of fact, both teams in this matchup looking for a brand new start. However, off to a rough start with both teams looking for their first win of the season. Illinois Wesleyan comes in led by one of the best players in the history of the program to begin their 11th season, led by Abby Kashina. They come in following a loss at the hands of the Aurora Spartans on Saturday, but they make their first trip to take on the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks here at Stewart Field since 2016. And Abby Kashina, in her great career for Illinois Wesleyan, put up 110 goals, had 5 of those 110 against Illinois Tech in 2 career matchups. On the other side for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, they'll be led by first-year head coach Emily Waysoki, who's literally making her coaching debut after coming off the field a year ago with the Ryder Bronx. Actually got the first assist in the program in the history of the Ryder Bronx women's lacrosse program after playing 4 years for Wagner. So 2 first-year head coaches looking to get their first win right here at Stewart Field. It'll be the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, the Illinois Wesleyan Titans, starting lineups, and the anthem coming up on the other side of this break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Back here at Stewart Field in Chicago, we get ready for the introduction of the starting lineups and the playing of the national anthem as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks and the Illinois Wesleyan Titans get ready for this Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks home opener here at Stewart Field.
Women's lacrosse matchup. This is a non-conference matchup between the visiting Illinois Wesleyan University Titans and your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments and actions directed at the officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and may be grounds for removal from Stewart Field. Fans, a reminder, permission to enter the field or the bench areas are restricted to student-athletes, coaches, game officials, game staff, and authorized personnel. Unauthorized individuals violating this policy will be subject to removal from Stewart Field. And now let's meet our starting lineups first for the visiting Titans from Illinois Wesleyan. The first-year defender from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, number 2, Brooke Ayers. First-year attack from Clinton, Missouri, number 3, Patty Gibson. A first-year midfielder from Naperville, Illinois, number 5, Carly Ayers. First-year defender midfielder from St. Peters, Missouri, number 12, Sophie Shore. A junior defender from Aurora, Illinois, number 14, Sarah Repeat. A junior midfielder from Bloomington, Illinois, number 15, Sadie Newton. junior defender from Santa Rosa, California, number 16, Priscilla Tucker. Senior midfielder from St. Charles, Illinois, number 17, Mia Fiandaca. Senior attack from Bloomington, Illinois, number 18, Avery Seltzer. A senior goalkeeper from Lake Zurich, Illinois, number 21, Lizzie Rumerson. And a senior defender from Schaumburg, Illinois, number 24, Mallory Mills. These Titans are coached by head coach Nick Kashina, assistant coaches Maddie Coulter and Tanner Johnson. And now, starting lineup for Eurotech Scarlet Hawks. A sophomore defender from Fort Worth, Texas, number 2, Aisha Leatherwood. A junior attack from Corvallis, Oregon, number 5, Iona Pettigrew. First year midfielder from Tbilisi, Georgia, number 6, Victoria Arpatava. Sophomore defender from DeKalb, Illinois, number 9, Juliana Sanchez. A sophomore midfielder from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, Izzy Liebler. Sophomore midfielder from Parker, Colorado, number 12, Ellie Post. Graduate midfielder from Partridge, Illinois, number 15, Juliana Moore. Junior attack from Mexico, number 16, Marissa Torres. First year midfielder from Chicago, Illinois, number 17, Nayeli Samano. First year midfielder from Bennington, Vermont, number 19, Aislinn McManus. In goal for the Scarlet Hawks, a graduate student from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 20, Marcy Godfrey. And a junior attack from Atlanta, Georgia, number 22, Tony Martinez. The Scarlet Hawks are coached by head coach Emily Wasocki in her first season, assistant coach Shayna Hack.
There you have it, the starting lineups for today's matchup. Illinois Tech in the white uniforms with the black numbers. Illinois Wesleyan with the black uniforms with white letters and numbers. And now, the playing of the national anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise, remove your hats as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
We get ready to begin this afternoon's matchup here at Stewart Field. The Illinois Wesleyan Titans, led by head coach Abby Kashina in her first season after being an assistant on the staff previously. In her playing career, 110 goals, 57 assists, 167 points from 2015 to 2018. Today here will be the starters that Coach Kashina will put out for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. She will go with number 2, Brooke Ayers, number 3, Maddie Gibson, number 5, Carly Bayes, number 12, Sophie Shore, number 14, Sarah Reapy, number 15, Sadie Newton, number 16, Priscilla Tucker, number 17, Mia Fiandaca, Number 18, Avery Setzler. Number 24, Mallory Mills. And the keeper will be number 21, Lizzie Ramirsik. On the other side, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, led by their first-year head coach, Emily Wesoki, in her first season after playing for Ryder last year. Actually got the first assist in the history of the Ryder Bronx women's lacrosse program. But now looking to get it done on the sideline as the head coach for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. They come in 0-2 thus far, but here in their third try will start with number 2, Aisha Leatherwood. Number 5, Iona Pettigrew. Number 6, Victoria Akutava. Number 9, Juliana Sanchez. Number 10, Izzy Niebler. Number 12, Ellie Post. Number 15, Juliana Moore. Number 16, Maritza Torres. Number 17, Nayeli Samano. Number 19, Aislinn McManus. And number 22, Tony Martinez rounds out what will appear in the field for Illinois Tech. Meanwhile, the keeper will be number 20, Mercy Godfrey, the 5'2 grad student out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It will be Niebler against Newton to start us off here on the opening draw control at Stewart Field. We're glad that you could join us here on this Wednesday afternoon in Chicago. And here we go with Illinois Wesleyan controlling the opening draw control. And Sadie Newton taking the ball to the north side of the field on your view at home. And a quick step inside for Fiendaka, and Fiendaka with a quick score for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans as they break the ice 18 seconds into the matchup. So Mia Fiendaka breaking the ice early for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. And this is an Illinois Wesleyan team that a year ago went 9-8. And honestly, in the past seasons, had been one of the top teams in the CCIW. Actually, had been the best team in the CCIW until another Chicago team came into said conference, that being the University of Chicago Maroons. Quite the rivalry, actually, in the CCIW the past few years with Illinois Wesleyan and University of Chicago, the University of Chicago. University of Chicago this season no longer in the CCIW. So the opportunity for Illinois Wesleyan likely to regain control of a conference which has really been hotly contested at the top between University of Chicago in past seasons, Illinois Wesleyan, Carroll, and Carthage. Carthage is another one of those programs just getting underway themselves, but finding their legs quite early, finding themselves being competitive in the CCIW. Illinois Wesleyan threatening to score twice here in the early going. There's a high shot from Carly Fountain. Fountain, the junior out of Orland Park, Illinois, attended Sandburg, former Sandburg Eagle. Ball worked around and a ground ball pickup for Illinois Tech, with Mercy Godfrey getting possession for Illinois Tech for the first time this afternoon. This is the third all-time meeting between these two women's lacrosse programs. Now, according to the Illinois Wesleyan all-time records, this is the first meeting, but the reason for that, Illinois Tech was not an NCAA school when these two teams met previously, back in 2015 and 2016. That's when Illinois Tech was a USCAA school, joining the NCAA Division III for the 2018-2019 calendar year. Ball out of play to Illinois Wesleyan on the errant pass. Illinois Tech led by Tony Martinez early on this year. 3 goals in the most recent outing for Illinois Tech. Chance of attack from the Illinois Wesleyan sideline as Fountain works the ball in behind the cage. And here's Fiendaka. Fiendaka already with a goal is dispossessed of the ball here. Bit of a scrum. And now possession scooped up by Izzy Niebler. Isabel Niebler, the sophomore out of Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. And now Niebler across midfield, picked up defensively by Sarah Reapy. Ball taken back by Illinois Wesleyan as Avery Setzler has found some room to run. Setzler over to Fountain. Fountain pressed defensively, and the shot is a goal for Fountain. She works around the pressure from Nayeli Samano and finds the back of the net to make it a 2-0 advantage. Unassisted goal for Fountain as Illinois Wesleyan jumps out to an early 2-goal advantage here against the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Mercy Godfrey seeing a lot of action here. We haven't even played a full 3 minutes. But now you can see the Illinois Tech roster huddling up by that north goal. Coach Wasoki giving some instructions to her Illinois Tech roster to try to figure things out here in the early going. Remember, both of these teams looking for their first win of the season, which would be the first win for their respective head coach. Illinois Wesleyan lost 10-7 on Saturday at the hands of Illinois Tech's conference foe, the Aurora Spartans. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech, in their first 2 outings, a loss at the hands of Hendricks, 13-6. And then in their second loss, a 20-2 defeat at the hands of Southwestern. Sadie Newton, the junior out of Bloomington, Illinois, in possession of the ball, but now it's taken away by Illinois Tech's number 15 in Juliana Moore. Moore attended Maine South in Park Ridge, Illinois. She's a grad student here for Illinois Tech. The pass went backwards to McManus, and we got a whistle which will favor Illinois Tech. McManus working towards midfield. And the ball scooped up here by Leatherwood for Illinois Tech. Pettigrew unable to handle the pass. And now Pettigrew takes some contact as Fiandaka runs right into Pettigrew. And a foul, which will give Illinois Tech, will help Illinois Tech maintain possession. 40 on the shot clock as Illinois Tech still working towards midfield with Pettigrew. Fiandaka in pursuit of Pettigrew, as Pettigrew finally gets it across the midfield stripe, but is dispossessed again by Carly Fountain. Fountain has done a great job. She's been the most active player for Illinois Wesleyan. Fiandaka, off the pass from Fountain, pushes the ball up the field for Illinois Wesleyan. Maddie Gibson. Gibson, pass over to Bayes. Bayes just couldn't quite handle the intent. Was the intended target was Bayes, but couldn't quite handle the pass, which would have set her up for a goal. Newton able to take it away again for the turnover as Illinois Wesleyan repossesses the ball on the north side of the field. Tough contact as we've had a player hit the floor, had to hit the turf out here at Stewart Field, and it actually will favor Illinois Tech as Gibson's going to be called for the whistle. Or Gibson's going to be the reason for the whistle as her and Samano tie up on the to the right of the net there on the north side of the field. And now a big run for Moore as Illinois Tech gets a clearance here, working towards the south net. Not a lot of action here on the south side of the field just yet. Akirtava was trying to feed the ball back to Moore, and the ball will go out of play to Illinois Wesleyan. Remember, this Illinois Wesleyan Titan team certainly been one of the better teams in the CCIW when it comes to women's outdoor sports. I think about women's lacrosse, women's soccer in the past few years. Trying to turn around this women's lacrosse program with new first-year head coach Abby Kashina, but they also stay within the program. They stay within the family, so to speak. Kashina was a member of the first Illinois Wesleyan team to ever play women's lacrosse back in 2015. Unfortunate slip there for Fiandaka. Fiandaka pops right back up. She looked right at the ground. Even her coaching staff, they were saying it's okay, Mia. They understand. Sometimes you just slip, especially here when it's been cold and wet throughout Chicago the last few weeks. There's a shot that's deflected away. Ball goes towards the end line and picked up now by Gibson. Illinois Wesleyan now working around the perimeter with Setzler. Shot clock at 80 here for Illinois Wesleyan. And now a whistle. It's now Carly Bayes, the first-year player out of Naperville, Illinois. Attended Naperville North. Will resume action. Quick pass to Fiandaka. Fiandaka worked to the net. I think the ball was partially blocked by Pettigrew. Pettigrew and I think that was Pettigrew and Moore were having a discussion in the middle of the play. I think they both weren't sure where the ball landed there, and it really just landed short of the feet of Fiandaca. Here's Bayes. Bayes looking for someone to drop it off to, now just drops it back as Illinois Wesleyan looks to reset their offense, and they get a good look on the reset of the offense. It's Sadie Newton who finds the back of the net to make it 3-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Patience paid off there for the Titans. They had an opportunity to go for goal. It was deflected away. They even had to go back to go forward, and as a result, Illinois Wesleyan finds the back of the net. Reapy credited with the assist there as Illinois Wesleyan finding their offensive rhythm here in the early going against the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Off to an early 3-0 advantage. That goal for Newton, her second of the season. For Reapy, that's her first stat. So Reapy, the junior out of Aurora, Illinois, gets her first assist of the season, so first point for Reapy. Illinois Wesleyan also with a sub here as Chloe Hale comes in here, sophomore out of Houston, Texas, number 30. She's going to be on the far side of the view at home as she's actually going to get the ball right here. Goes right at Pettigrew. Pass inside to Bayes. And right back to the aforementioned Chloe Hale. Here's Sadie Newton in pursuit of the ball after a long pass. Martinez almost fell into the zone there. Would have been a violation against Illinois Tech. But Illinois Wesleyan able to continue without a stoppage or without being deterred from the net so far by Illinois Tech defensively. Ball passed back to Fiandaca. Fiandaca had an outlet to pass. Just wasn't comfortable to drop it off to the cutting Setzler, who was right in front of the net. Instead, Setzler will get I thought they were going to go to Setzler inside. Instead, they go to Hale, who scores. Chloe Hale finding the back of the net. And that makes it 4-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Hale just came in. I just mentioned that she came in on that last stoppage and immediately gets the back of the net, finds the back of the net. That was a great play by Hale. That was just a good job fitting the ball inside the net. Godfrey really was going to have a tough play there. She was looking for the pass as Hale dropped it in. So Bayes is credited with the assist as Chloe Hale finds the back of the net. So it was Bayes who Carly Bayes with the nice drop off to Chloe Hale. And Chloe Hale makes it 4-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Sarah Reapy able to gain possession for Illinois Wesleyan and now gets the pass and over to Newton. Newton has a goal, as does Fiandaca. Fiandaca working inside. It appeared they were going for Hile again, and actually here is Hile, who makes the feed to Fountain, and Fountain scores for the second time. Carly Fountain with her second goal of the season, both of them here in the first half of this game. So Hile got the goal on the last play for Illinois Wesleyan. This time she gets the assist as she feeds Fountain to make it 5-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Remember, this is the first time these two teams have met since 2016. That was a 13-5 Illinois Wesleyan win. That was actually the last time Illinois Wesleyan made the trip to Stewart Field. Remember, Illinois Tech at the time was not an NCAA program. They were not an NCAA school. They were a USCAA school. And as was the case when these two teams met the first time back on March the 17th, 2015, Illinois Wesleyan with a 15-5 win. Illinois Wesleyan in the two previous meetings outscoring Illinois Tech 28-10. In fact, Illinois Wesleyan's coach, Abby Kashina, with 5 goals and 1 assist. contributing to those 2 wins for Illinois Wesleyan. Not, of course, not in one game. She had 1 game where she had 3 goals, and then two goals when Illinois Wesleyan won here at Stewart Field 13-5 back on March 30th, 2016. Lily Keaton in for the first time for Illinois Wesleyan. As now Illinois Tech just trying to apply pressure on the ball here with Illinois Wesleyan up 5-0 early. Repeat. Pass inside, deflected away by Niebler. Illinois Tech just struggling to gain possession in this matchup. Nayeli Samano was chasing the ball but was unable to gain possession for Illinois Tech. Here's a tough turn and a shot. Going to go wide right for Fiendaka. Illinois Wesleyan able to get Heil to the back line, and they'll maintain possession. Heil. Passes off to the outside. Setzler to Fiendaka, and then Fiendaka gets the ball knocked away to Niebler. Good defense for Illinois Tech as Niebler wins the possession and then draws a foul. The Illinois Wesleyan coaching staff maybe thought there should have been a foul there. There was plenty of contact. And it leads to Illinois Tech taking over offensively here. Mercy Godfrey drops it off to Martinez. Martinez looking to move up the field and gets dispossessed of the ball. Illinois Tech still with a minute on the shot clock as they try to get it across midfield. Martinez able to repossess the ball, but you see swarmed by 5 jerseys. 5 black jerseys for Illinois Wesleyan. The ball goes towards the out-of-bounds line, and it will now be possessed by Illinois Wesleyan. Illinois Tech just having a hard time getting the ball to their attackers and really the players that can provide speed. We haven't really seen Illinois Tech with other than one lengthy possession where we saw, if I remember correctly, that was Juliana Moore who had a pretty good run. Other than that one possession early on where Illinois Tech was able to clear, haven't really seen them on offense too much here in this first quarter. Back to Illinois Wesleyan after both teams trade possession on the near side. Illinois Wesleyan with a fresh 90 here as they work towards the net. Fiendaka able to elude one defender, but she could not get past Godfrey on the shot attempt. Pettigrew comes up with the ground ball. Iona Pettigrew looking for some support. She's got Niebler out in front, but that's going to be a tough pass for Pettigrew. Mia Fiendaka putting the full pressure on Pettigrew, knocks Pettigrew to the turf and takes possession. Fiendaka to the net. Fires wide right, but once again, Chloe Heil on the back line to preserve possession for Illinois Wesleyan. Fountain to the net, and it's another goal for Carly Fountain. Carly Fountain with a hat trick here in the first quarter. She has 3 of the 6 goals for Illinois Wesleyan, and we also have a timeout on the field as Tony Martinez sprints towards the Illinois Tech sideline. It's 6-0 Illinois Wesleyan with 3:03 remaining here in the first quarter. Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks searching for answers. Let's see what Illinois Tech comes up with in retaliation on the other side of this break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back here at Stewart Field in Chicago, you're watching Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Chris Rouse on the call here for this matchup. And also coming up Saturday, lacrosse doubleheader action beginning at noon as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse team will take on the North Central Cardinals. And that will be followed by 3 p.m. when the men's lacrosse team takes the field, as they'll take on the Kalamazoo Hornets right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Right now, Illinois Tech trailing the Illinois Wesleyan Titans by a score of 6-0. Leading the way for Illinois Wesleyan, Carly Fountain with 3 of the 6 goals for Illinois Wesleyan to this point of the matchup, with 3:03 remaining here in the first quarter. Tony Martinez ready to take the draw control here for Illinois Tech. Looks like she'll go up against Sadie Newton. Sadie Newton also with a goal already for Illinois Wesleyan, as they've had 4 different players find the back of the net, and there's Newton winning the draw control. So Fountain has 3 goals, Newton with 1, Fiendaka with 1, and Chloe Heil adding the 6th and final goal, not necessarily in that order, but having the goal that equals 6 for Illinois Wesleyan to this point in the stat book. In order, Fountain with the most recent goal for Illinois Wesleyan. And now it's Sarah Reapy who runs down a pretty long pass for Illinois Wesleyan, but they're able to maintain possession and keep it in the attacking zone. Here's Fountain. Fountain was not listed as a starter for Illinois Wesleyan, but she has 3 goals. And there was a nice catch in traffic, catch and spin by Avery Setzler. That was actually a tough catch. The ball appeared as it was going to go behind Setzler. She made the catch and made a pretty quick turn and fired to beat Godfrey. Sadie Newton credited with the assist as Setzler gets into the scorebook. That's the 4th goal of the season for Setzler, who is the team's leader. She leads Illinois Wesleyan now with that 4th goal. She actually came in leading the way with 3 goals and 1 assist in their most recent outing against Aurora. Now adding to her team lead with 4 goals. Or actually, I should say, regaining the team lead. As remember, Carly Fountain with 3 goals here actually tied Setzler prior to Setzler scoring there to make it 7-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Bree Stile out on the field now for Illinois Wesleyan as they get a number of reserves on the field for the first time this afternoon. So I should say maybe this evening as the sun begins to set here at Stewart Field. And now the ball is scooped up by Fiendaka. Fiendaka had 2 goals on 9 shots on Saturday against Aurora. Got a goal early on here against Illinois Tech. Didn't have to take as many shots clearly, as now the Titans work inside and a bouncing shot from Setzler, who's trying to score for the 2nd time in as many attempts. Illinois Wesleyan making the trip in from Bloomington, Illinois. Coming from, I guess from Chicago, that's downstate Illinois, but dead center really, Bloomington. As now here's a work inside opportunity for Gibson. And we got a whistle, which will favor the Titans as they're trying to stop the clock here with 1:23. I was trying to say Bloomington, yes, from Chicago it's downstate, but really it's central Illinois. As now here is Gibson headed towards the north side of the field here at Stewart Field, looking for the goal. Well, her shot goes wide on the free position opportunity. Godfrey in possession here with Illinois Tech, just trying to work the ball towards their offensive net. We haven't seen them really in the attacking zone but one time this evening. As now Godfrey finally passes over to Niebuhr. Niebuhr unable to handle. That's really been the issue for Illinois Tech. But Illinois Wesleyan has also had the same problem. The issue is actually more so that Illinois Wesleyan has had the time of possession to make up for their mistakes on passes and make up for some of their mistakes with pressuring the ball. Illinois Tech trying to get it over to Akertava. She was surrounded out near midfield. And now Akertava plays it over to Martinez as Illinois Tech working back towards the south side of the field and now here inside the attacking zone. Sanchez works it outside to Moore. Here's Juliana Moore. Moore over the post. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter as Niebler works it over to Akirtava. Niebler unable to handle the pass with 5 seconds. Illinois Tech trying to get Niebler to work towards the net to beat the horn. Instead, she'll run out of time, and that will end the first quarter with the Illinois Wesleyan Titans leading the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks by a score of 7-0. Illinois Tech still looking to find a shot here. They've had limited opportunities in their offensive zone. And let's see if Illinois Tech, with a switch of sides, maybe they can put more pressure on the Illinois Wesleyan goalkeeper, Ramirsik, who's really, to this point, been without activity in the stat book in the matchup. Second quarter coming up on the other side of this break. We'll be back with more here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. After this, Illinois Wesleyan with a 7-0 advantage here on women's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back here at Stewart Field in Chicago, this is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Chris Rouse on the call for this Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse home opener, but not really the way the Scarlet Hawks were looking to open their home slate at Stewart Field, as they currently trail the Illinois Wesleyan Titans by a score of 7-0, getting ready to begin the second quarter. Again, this is only the third time these two teams have met ever in women's lacrosse. This is the first time they've actually met on the same level of competition, meaning back in 2015-16 and 16 when they met those two times, Illinois Tech wasn't even an NCAA Division III program. They competed at the USC AA level. So this is the first time that they're actually meeting with both programs being on the NCAA Division III level. Illinois Wesleyan, this is their 11th season in program history. And Illinois Wesleyan had been a powerhouse in the CCIW for a good portion of the end of the 2010s. But really, it was the creation of the University of Chicago Maroons women's lacrosse program, which sort of knocked them from the top of the CCIW. But now with Chicago out of the CCIW this season, and Illinois Wesleyan coming off of a 9-8 season and also led by a coach that's not only been with the program the last few years as an assistant, but also came up the program as a coach in Abby Kashina and has the stats to back it up with 110 goals and 57 assists, 167 points and 76 career games played. So Kashina has what it takes to lead this Illinois Wesleyan team. It's just a matter for the Titans of putting all of those plans into practice this season on the CCIW side of things once conference play begins for women's lacrosse. Maddie Gibson passed it over to Sophie Shore. And Illinois Wesleyan working around the perimeter. We've seen patient offense from the Titans. That's actually how they've gotten their most recent goal. Here's another opportunity to work inside. The shot for Setzler. It actually hit Godfrey in the knee. Plenty of contact with players falling down in front of the net. And a whistle. It will lead to a free position opportunity here for Sophie Shore. So Sophie Shore could set up, but it is worth mentioning that Carly Fountain is aligned to the left of the net. Fountain already has 3 goals. This could be one of those situations where Shore goes in and drops it off. Shore actually tried to scoop it backhanded on Godfrey. Godfrey had it scouted and knocked it away. That was a great attack by Sophie Shore. She went inside.
If it went right into her,
That was a great play by Shore. You see that often where players will charge the net on the free position opportunity and then pass. Not the case there. Shore faked the pass and went for the backhand shot, which was saved. The pass for Niebler goes long and scooped up out near midfield by Fiendaka. Illinois Wesleyan with plenty of space to operate here for Setzler. Pettigrew steps up defensively for Illinois Tech, as now Fiendaka the recipient of the pass here. Fiendaka gives it back to Setzler. Setzler goes inside, and a foul here against Illinois Tech. So Setzler will get an opportunity to work against Godfrey here on the free position shot. And this could be going straight to the net. Setzler goes straight inside and does just that. That was an easy goal for Setzler. She ran right in and bounced it home. 8-0 Illinois Wesleyan with 12:47 to go here in the first half.
18, right? That's what you said? Yes. Okay, thank you.
Pretty clear that Setzler was going to run that one inside. Illinois Wesleyan offensively had everyone pretty much out. I like to equate it to in basketball. You see the 5-out set there. Everyone was out for Illinois Wesleyan, and Setzler just ran right inside, bounced it home. And so now we'll get a draw control as Illinois Tech still looking for their first goal here at Stewart Field this season. And also a sub here for Illinois Wesleyan as Bree Kaiser now comes in. So Kaiser comes in to replace Mallory Mills. Kaiser, the senior out of Crown Point, Indiana, replaces Mills, the senior out of Schaumburg, Illinois. Newton and Martinez on the draw control. And the ball goes high into the air, and it is won by Izzy Niebler. Or actually, Niebler had it briefly but couldn't control it. Had it taken away by Fiendaka. Fountain with 3 goals already. Passes it over to Gibson. Ball goes back behind the cage. And an opportunity here for Keaton as she's chased away. And Illinois Wesleyan will work around the perimeter again. Gibson. Over to Fountain. Illinois Tech has done a good job of sort of packing it in defensively, eliminating opportunities for the Illinois Wesleyan attackers to go one-on-one with Godfrey. Now here's Fountain. Fountain tries to get inside, and there's what I'm talking about defensively for Illinois Wesleyan, for Illinois Tech, packing it in against Illinois Wesleyan. Fountain tried to go inside for the one-on-one, found herself surrounded by 4 Scarlet Hawks. Bayes. Bayes was going to go inside for a shot attempt, but a whistle. So it'll be a free position opportunity for Carly Bayes. Bayes, the first-year player out of Naperville, Illinois. And again, this could be going straight to the net. Not a lot of support for Bayes, but they do have Newton set up to the right. Bayes goes for the shot herself. It goes wide left. Also, Bayes takes a spill in front of the net. And Illinois Wesleyan. Actually, so no, Illinois Tech will get possession of the ball here. Fountain was at the back line, but it appears Illinois Tech had the players deeper to the line, and they'll gain possession. Godfrey looking for an outlet here as Illinois Tech just trying to find their offense. Down 8-0 on the scoreboard. Niebler working towards midfield and a whistle. And Niebler took some contact, and I think we're going to see a card, and it's going to be a yellow card to go against Carly Fountain. Fountain with 3 goals to this point of the matchup, but she'll get a green card here. It appears maybe that card was yellow from where we sit at in the bird's nest, but it will be a green card. So it'll be a green card against Illinois Wesleyan's Fountain as she will sit for a minute. So Niebler, as action resumes, Illinois Wesleyan still showing their aggressiveness, even being down a player with Fiandaca taking possession. Fiandaca gives it up to Newton. Newton just holding the ball long as Illinois Wesleyan with a fresh 80 on the shot clock already in the attacking half of the field. Good step inside. I thought we were going to see a shot attempt there from Fiandaca. Instead, Illinois Wesleyan again working around the perimeter with Gibson. Over to Bayes now. Here's Sophie Shore. Ball goes long, and here's Fiandaca. Shot kept away by Godfrey. Good save by Mercy Godfrey. As the time for Fountain is getting ready to end at 9:49, and here comes Carly Fountain. So Illinois Tech unable to take advantage of the one player advantage there. Fountain set out the entire minute, but Illinois Wesleyan was on offense maybe 55 seconds of that minute that they were down a player. I know Godfrey may have had possession the last 5 to 10 seconds of that player advantage for Illinois Tech. But she was really just holding the ball, looking for an outlet. Illinois Wesleyan will take over possession as Pettigrew stepped out on the far side, away from the broadcast location. Titans working again with Fountain. Almost taken away, as that was a great effort from Post, but Keaton able to maintain possession. Ellie Post trying to work the ball up the field for Illinois Tech. Scarlet Hawks coaching staff is telling her to run. They're just trying to get it away from the Illinois Wesleyan net. And now here's Niebler. Niebler's going at it with Fiandaca. And Illinois Wesleyan able to regain possession and get a fresh 90 on their attacking side of the pitch, the attacking side of the field. Fountain works it over to Shore. Lily Keaton. Illinois Tech defensively shuffling, trying to get to the ball here, as now Fountain was facing light pressure there from McManus, but Illinois Tech really just packing it in here, trying not to allow Godfrey to be put in a one-on-one situation like that one, as Fiandaca just steps right in front of the net and scores to make it 9-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Mia Fiandaca with the goal, assisted by Sadie Newton. And Illinois Wesleyan with a 9-0 advantage. And if you're unfamiliar with NCAA women's lacrosse, there is a running clock rule. As long as the team has a 10-goal advantage, there will be running clock rules, meaning as long as Illinois Wesleyan were to win this draw control and score in a hurry, as long as there was a 10-goal advantage on the scoreboard, this game would be operating under running clock rules. Now, if Illinois Tech on the following draw control were able to get it back to 10-1, then we'll go back to normal rules as long as the deficit is under double digits. Sadie Newton will go against Martinez. And Newton battling Niebler, and a whistle. Illinois Tech will gain control of the ball thanks to the whistle as we get a foul against the Titans. Niebler with a bit of a shovel pass to Martinez. Martinez surrounded again. Illinois Wesleyan has done a great job of surrounding Illinois Tech before they even get to midfield. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech, because they were down 18 seconds in, they've been playing from behind the majority of this matchup. Pettigrew working the ball to the sideline. Illinois Tech just trying to get up the field and try to work towards that north net. Akir Tava over to Martinez. Martinez surrounded. Chloe Heil on the ground ball pickup. That was Fiendaka who was able to force the loose ball. Here's Heil with a long run for Illinois Wesleyan. Heil to Gibson. Gibson over to Bayes. Here's Sadie Newton. Newton now works it over to Bayes. And Illinois Wesleyan just continues to go down the line. Shore with a touch. Gibson gets a touch. They try to work it inside, this time to Bayes. Now a long shot goes wide. That was Fiendaka trying to find the 10th goal for Illinois Wesleyan. Shore comes up with the ball and finds Heil. In behind the cage to Fountain and a whistle. The whistle will favor Illinois Tech with 6:18 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Ellie Post. Post being chased by Fountain as Illinois Tech tries to find an outlet with Godfrey looking for an avenue to pass. Godfrey now goes to Juliana Moore. Moore is able to finally shake free of Heil. And now here comes Moore out near midfield and now across midfield. Here's Moore. Long run for Illinois Tech as they get it into the offensive side of the field. A clearance for Illinois Tech, but a turnover as Niebler was unable to successfully receive the pass. Here's Fountain working up the field for the Titans. Fountain being pressured here by Pettigrew. With 75 on the shot clock, plenty of time for Illinois Wesleyan to work with 5:20 and counting to go here in the half. Here's Fiendaka. Out to Fountain, in behind the cage to Heil. Gibson. Pass went back up top. They were looking for Bayes. Illinois Tech able to win possession. Good effort by McManus. McManus looking for some support as she's surrounded by 4 Illinois Wesleyan players. McManus goes down. And it'll be worth monitoring McManus holding that left ankle. It's also been worth monitoring that Tony Martinez, we haven't been seeing her run full speed. She's been out there with a bit of a limp as well. But here's a clearance and a score opportunity for Illinois Tech as Pettigrew worked inside. And Pettigrew will draw a free position opportunity for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Iona Pettigrew will look to try to get the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks on the board here with 4:33 remaining in the first half. Here's Pettigrew. Pettigrew had the ball knocked away as Ramirsik remains unbothered even with the free position opportunity from Pettigrew. Here's Gibson. Up to Fountain. Could be a counterattack score here for Illinois Wesleyan, but instead Illinois Tech able to get back defensively. Sophie Shore. Shore would across the field over to Fiendaka. Pass goes over to Sophie Shore. And now here comes Setzler, who goes in behind the net. Setzler able to score. Avery Setzler makes it 10-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Unassisted goal for Setzler with 3:46 to go in the half. And Illinois Wesleyan has activated running clock rules with 3:46 to go here in the second quarter. So remember, as long as this is a 10-goal advantage, it will be running clock rules unless Illinois Tech is able to get the goal to cut the deficit to single digits. So the officials actually giving the scores table the official instructions that I've been giving you for these past few minutes. She's actually giving the table the instructions saying so we will have running clock unless there's an official stoppage or unless Illinois Tech can score to make it a deficit less than 10 goals. Iona Pettigrew for Illinois Tech has been on the sideline for quite some time. She actually ran to the sideline while Setzler was charging the net on the other end for Illinois Wesleyan. So hopefully everything's okay with Pettigrew as Illinois Tech trying to get some fresh legs on the field to conclude this first half. It's been one of the main issues with Illinois Tech on the women's lacrosse side the last few years, just not having the body sometimes. And sometimes where Illinois Tech will come out with maybe one reserve, maybe one or two reserves, and then next thing you know, one injury here, one card there. Illinois Tech without the bodies. And Sadie Newton finds the back of the net. Sadie Newton makes it 11-0 Illinois Wesleyan as the Titans continue to pour it on here in the first half. It's 11-0 Illinois Wesleyan. They had a 7-0 advantage at the end of the first quarter. But here in the second quarter, they've really done it in more of a methodical way. They sort of jumped on Illinois Tech in a hurry in that first quarter. In the second quarter, it's been more working around the perimeter, passing, getting into their own sets, and using this valuable game action to run plays that you would like to see your team running throughout the season if you're coach Abby Kashina. There's nothing like actual game reps, and Illinois Wesleyan taking advantage of these game reps right here. Illinois Tech trying to get themselves set here for these final 100 seconds of the half. It'll be Martinez going up against Newton. And a collision for Illinois Tech as Martinez goes down and a whistle. So they'll actually have to stop the play as Martinez definitely took a spill to the field. And you do not like to see that. As Martinez, we mentioned how she is the team's leading scorer in goals, but she's also been out there hobbling around on one bad leg. So you just hope she's okay following that collision. As the athletic staff tends to Antonia Martinez, we will take a timeout. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse after this. Back here at Stewart Field in Chicago. Good to see Tony Martinez up and walking off the field following that collision. Martinez led off the field by the Illinois Tech coaching staff. Emily Wasoki, Shayna Hecht, and, of course, the athletic trainer, Mika Sanchez, helping Martinez off the field following a pretty scary collision out near midfield. But it is good to see Martinez not only up but also smiling right in front of me here below the broadcast location on the Illinois Tech sideline. Iona Pettigrew will come onto the field now to replace Martinez. And actually, prior to that collision with Martinez, that goes back to what I was saying in past seasons with Illinois Tech, just not having the bodies. They only had 3 on the sideline tonight. And remember, Pettigrew went to the sideline due to injury. Now she'll come in to replace Martinez, who continues to try to shake it out and stretch it off on the sideline. Final minute 10 of the first half. Remember, running clock rules at the moment as Illinois Wesleyan leads it 11-0. In the 2 previous meetings, Illinois Wesleyan had outscored Illinois Tech 28-10. This will make it 39-10 all time. As we get ready to head towards halftime here at Stewart Field. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap our first half, preview the second half, and also preview our doubleheader coming up on Saturday, where Illinois Tech women's lacrosse will take on North Central, and men's lacrosse will take on Kalamazoo. Both games right here Saturday at Stewart Field on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Right now it's Stewart Field, Illinois Wesleyan working inside. Fiandaka with a shot just wide right of the net. Fiandaka has had a few opportunities as Illinois Wesleyan trying to put one in before the break. Fiandaca already with a couple of goals. Ball loose on the field. It's picked up by Reapy, and that will end the first half for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. It's been all Titans to this point of the matchup. Illinois Wesleyan with 27 shots in the first half. They end up with 11 goals, 7 assists contributing to those 11 goals. And they also had 13 ground ball pickups in comparison to 5 for Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech just looking for some opportunities to shoot the ball at the net. Let's see if Illinois Tech can advance their time of possession in the second half. Let's see if they can find the answers at halftime. While Illinois Wesleyan leads it 11-0 over the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. This is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Women's Lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Back here at Stewart Field in Chicago. This is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. All matchups of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks athletics are archived on the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks YouTube channel, which can be found at youtube.com/Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, and look for the live column to find all of our live broadcasts available on YouTube. Right now at halftime, Illinois Tech facing the running clock rules at the hands of the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. They trail at 11-0 as we're about under 2 minutes before the second half gets ready to begin. Let's go over our first half stats. Illinois Wesleyan with the 11-0 advantage, 7 assists contributing to those 11 goals for the Titans in that first half, but also 27 shots to 1. Illinois Wesleyan just controlling the time of possession in that first half. They've forced 17 Illinois Tech turnovers, Illinois Wesleyan with 6 of their own. And Illinois Tech just really having a hard time just not only getting shots, but also just possessing the ball. Only 5 ground ball pickups, and they've really been on defense chasing the ball the majority of this matchup. 11 goals for Illinois Wesleyan. They have 3 from 2 players. Avery Setzler was able to get 3. Carly Fountain actually was the first player with the hat trick as she scored 3, the junior out of Orland Park, Illinois. Sadie Newton adding 2, Mia Fiandaca with 2 of her own, and Chloe Heil added 1 to make it 11 for Illinois Wesleyan. For Illinois Tech, obviously yet to score, but they do have 1 shot. That came from Iona Pettigrew. That was on the free position opportunity that Illinois Tech had near the end of the second quarter. Coming up on Saturday, right here at Stewart Field, it will be Illinois Tech lacrosse. It's doubleheader action beginning at noon as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse team will take the field against the North Central Cardinals. So Illinois Tech, should this result hold and the Scarlet Hawks fail to get their first win of the season, they have another try at it right here at home on Saturday as they take on the North Central Cardinals. Meanwhile, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks men's team, they come in with a record of 1-1 on Saturday. They will take on the Kalamazoo Hornets. That game will begin at 3 p.m. right here at Stewart Field. Illinois Tech getting ready to take the field for second half action here. I'm looking at the Scarlet Hawks sideline, and Tony Martinez does not appear that she will re-enter this matchup for the time being, as she is on the sideline, but hopping around, literally just hopping on 1 foot. I'm not going to rule her out, but it does not seem very likely as Martinez just hopping around, bouncing around to my left here from the broadcast location. Illinois Wesleyan, if you're just joining us, in the black uniforms with white numbers and letters. Illinois Tech in the white uniforms with black letters and numbers. Illinois Wesleyan will be headed to the north net. Illinois Tech headed to the south net. For you at home, that would be the right. For Illinois Tech will be headed left in the opposite direction for those of you watching at home on YouTube Live and on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Carly Bass had possession for Illinois Wesleyan as they scooped it up on the north side of Stewart Field. Remember, running clock rules with Illinois Wesleyan leading the matchup by a score of 11-0. In order for running clock rules to be deactivated, Illinois Tech would have to get this score to 11-2 at the moment. Remember, you have to get it within a 10-goal deficit in order to stop the running clock rules. An opportunity for Illinois Wesleyan to keep it going, and that's what they will do with Sadie Newton running in for the goal. And it's now 12-0 Illinois Wesleyan. I think they heard me going over the rules and how Illinois Tech had a chance they could just win possession there. And Illinois Wesleyan trying to keep the running clock rules going here at Stewart Field. Last time Illinois Wesleyan made this trip to Stewart Field was on March 30th, 2016. That was a 13-5 Illinois Wesleyan win. Right now they already have a 12-0 advantage as Coach Abby Kashina is working closer to her first career win as a women's lacrosse head coach for Illinois Wesleyan. Former player, former assistant coach. Now the opportunity to be at the helm for Kashina. And her team looking to get to 500, having lost their opener to Aurora. There's Heil who goes inside. Chloe Heil scoring again. Second goal for Heil as Illinois Wesleyan extends the lead to 13. That'll be unassisted for Heil. As Illinois Wesleyan at this point, you can watch the goal numbers for this roster as they continue to just go right to the front of the net and add to their advantage against Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech, just a rough go of it this evening. And having Tony Martinez down on the sideline after hopping around on 1 foot, not a good sign. Illinois Tech, once again, a team that typically comes into matches shorthanded anyway. But then you lose not only a player, but you lose the player that has the most goals on the team. Martinez has 3 goals to lead the way for Illinois Tech this season. Sadie Newton. Pass inside to Heil, and Heil again. That was just a good setup for Chloe Heil, as we saw Illinois Wesleyan pretty much use that strategy at the end of the first half. Just park a player right in front of Godfrey. Let the Illinois Tech defense collapse on the ball. Feed that player parked in front. Let them score. It's 14-0 Illinois Wesleyan as Heil finds the back of the net for the 3rd time this evening. So it's Heil. So Heil now becomes the 4th Illinois Wesleyan player to get a hat trick this evening. Fountain, Newton, Setzler, and of course Heil, all with 3. The only player for Illinois Wesleyan that has scored that does not have the hat trick yet is Mia Fiendaka. She has 2 goals to this point of the matchup. Fiendaka actually has matched the stats that she had on Saturday against Aurora. Here she is with the ground ball pickup. 2 goals on 9 shots in that game Saturday against Aurora. She had 2 to this point in the matchup. Fiendaka with 2 goals on 9 shots. 5 of those 9 shots on goal. Here's Fountain. Fountain with 3 goals on 5 shots. 4 of the 5 on goal. Here's Setzler. 3 goals on 6 shots. Setzler has all of the 3 shots for Setzler that have been on goal have gone to the back of the net. Heil able to jump in the air and get the ball there. She actually gave a light hop there just to get her stick higher than everyone else and win possession for Illinois Wesleyan. Pass inside, deflected away. Newton was the target. And now Fountain has it. As Illinois Wesleyan continue to work the ball around. Here's a pass inside, a chance to go for goal for Fiendaka, who's looking for her hat trick. But a whistle, as now Illinois Tech will gain possession. Remember, Illinois Wesleyan has 5 players have scored. 4 of the 5 have a hat trick. Fiendaka is the 1 player that does not have a hat trick. She has 2 goals, had a chance to get it there. Was knocked away by Godfrey. Mercy Godfrey, again, has had a long hold on a number of these passes. And actually, ball taken away this time by Newton as she just sneaks in and knocks it free. The pass was intended for Akurtava. Victoria Akurtava was the intended target, but it was Sadie Newton who ran in, and it did appear as if she snuck in. She really came in the backside and almost swung the stick upward to knock the ball loose. Fiendaka was the player who parked herself in front of the net on that most recent exchange. This time it's Newton. And now Setzler finding Newton. There's Heil in front of the net again. Ball deflected away. Good defense from Illinois Tech as they were able to collapse. That was Post who knocked it free. Fiendaka looking for the hat trick. And Fiendaka finds the back of the net for the hat trick. She is the 5th Illinois Wesleyan Titan to get a hat trick in this matchup. 15-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Fiendaka scores. They're going to credit this one unassisted to Fiendaka. And 5 different players have scored for Illinois Wesleyan. 5 different players have hat tricks for the Titans as they continue to make a statement in this matchup here, up 15-0 over Illinois Tech. Scarlet Hawks, they've been outnumbered and outmanned to this point of the matchup. And this coaching staff for Illinois Tech, led by Emily Wasoki, going to take a timeout. 7:56 to go here in the third quarter. Illinois Wesleyan leads it 15-0 here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. The Illinois Wesleyan Titans with a 15-0 advantage here over the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks as the third quarter continues here on our presentation of NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse. Chris Rouse here from the Bird's Nest at Stewart Field, where once again Illinois Wesleyan up 15-0. 5 different players with a hat trick to this point of the matchup for Illinois Wesleyan. Mia Fiandaka, the most recent player to end up with a hat trick for the Titans, as her goal made it 15-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Claire Fountain, Sadie Newton, Mia Fiandaka, Avery Setzler, and Chloe Heil. Those are the 5 players with 3 goals, all of them with 3 goals apiece for Illinois Wesleyan. Fiandaka versus Niebler on the draw control, and it's Fiandaka who wins possession for Illinois Wesleyan. Here's Fountain. Carly Fountain, the junior out of Orland Park, Illinois. And now the Illinois Wesleyan Titans coming up from Bloomington, Illinois here. Made the trip to the near south side of Chicago, Illinois. And right now, it's been all Titans. And it's something we mentioned in the first half, how this is an opportunity for them to take advantage of valuable live game reps here. Work some of their strategies that you expect to see out of this program as they move along into conference play, of course, representing the CCIW, the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. Avery Setzler. Setzler pressured out high. There's a feed inside and a shot attempt this time for Bayes. Bayes goes wide left on the shot, but with Carly Fountain on the back line, Illinois Wesleyan will maintain possession. Lily Keaton was running across the front of the net there. I thought that maybe Illinois Wesleyan was going to look for 19 in black. Instead, they go the opposite way. Bayes looking for an outlet. They finally find Keaton to the Titans, but she's pressured this time by Moore. And Moore with maybe a bit too physical as she goes up high on the contact. And now Illinois Wesleyan will maintain possession as action resumes. Here's a pass into traffic and a shot as Pettigrew with some hard contact to Carly Bayes. As Illinois Tech takes advantage as they are able to come up with the ball with Godfrey. Here's where Illinois Tech has had problems all game here, just finding an outlet once Godfrey gets the ball. Not too long ago, Newton actually snuck in and stole one from Illinois Tech and almost had a shot attempt. Number of black shirts surrounding the ball for Illinois Wesleyan. Juliana Sanchez battling there for Illinois Tech. Sanchez and Moore, but they were outnumbered. It was about 5 Illinois Wesleyan Titans against Moore and Sanchez. Fountain working on Ellie Post. Good pressure from Post. She forces the pass. Here's another pass into traffic. A chance to go for goal this time for Bayes. But Bayes, realizing she was surrounded, passes out. Godfrey on an easy ground ball scoop up there for Illinois Tech. Again, an opportunity for Mercy Godfrey to really just control the ball, but haven't seen Illinois Tech with really any motion towards the offensive net on the opposite side of the field. See a lot of schemes and screening on the backside of the ball, but still no deliveries from Godfrey. As Godfrey really just trying to walk the ball down the field here for Illinois Tech, which could be helpful. They've had a hard time getting across midfield where Godfrey passes and then allows the actual fielders to try to make progress down Stewart Field. Here's Godfrey. She had Niebuhr on a long run, but the ball was not released. Bit of frustration there. Now Godfrey throws it long, and that's going to go all the way to the Illinois Wesleyan sideline, out of play. Godfrey and Niebuhr looked like they were trying to sync up for a long ball there. But just the time, they really couldn't get a line. When Niebuhr finally broke free, it appeared as maybe Godfrey was looking the other direction, or on the pump fake she was looking, but then Illinois Wesleyan kind of picked up on what the target was going to be. But nonetheless, Illinois Tech unable to take advantage of what could have been a long ball there from Godfrey to Niebuhr. Gibson eludes Moore, goes inside, but couldn't get the ball past Godfrey. That was a nice move by Maddie Gibson. She was able to leave Juliana Moore behind, but couldn't score. Outlet to Niebler. And here comes Izzy Niebler. Niebler gets body checked and a foul. Foul on Sadie Newton as Niebler gets knocked down. And that will lead to a card. So that'll be a green card against Newton, and she'll sit on the sideline for 1 minute. We saw that earlier out of Carly Fountain. So we'll see Newton back out here at the 2:10 mark of this third quarter. Action resumes with Niebuhr in possession out near midfield. Niebuhr quickly surrounded, and Fiendaka did a great job of knocking that ball loose and getting the ground ball. Setzler was there as well, but Fiendaka did everything that actually goes in the stat book there, dispossessing Niebuhr of the ball and scooping up the ground ball. Gibson over to Setzler. Setzler's pass into Bayes goes long and out of play to Illinois Tech as the Scarlet Hawks had the players on the back line. Moore gets off the back line for Illinois Tech. And we've seen Moore have a couple of pretty good runs for the Scarlet Hawks. But they haven't resulted, obviously, in any points, but haven't really resulted in any shots for Illinois Tech. Taken away now by Illinois Wesleyan out near midfield as the Titans continue to push towards the net. Ball goes in behind the cage to Carly Fountain. Fountain over to Fiendaka. Ball goes out high to Bayes. Here's a chance for Illinois Wesleyan to go for goal. The shot this time for Maddie Gibson goes wide and out of play. It's worth mentioning for Illinois Tech, Izzy Niebler now on the sideline, getting checked on by Mika Sanchez, the athletic trainer. She is standing. Wow, it appears that really is Mika just checking on a leg here. Meanwhile, Tony Martinez has a full right leg wrapped, so unlikely that we'll see Martinez re-enter this matchup, as she's really been unable to put any weight on that right leg. Illinois Tech trying to work towards the net on the other end of the field on the in game action, but it's taken away by Fiandaka. Final minute of the third quarter as Fiandaka again works towards the net. It's 15-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Mia Fiandaka with the latest goal scored by either team. Here's an opportunity for another goal, and it is scored this time by Avery Setzler, her fourth of the match. And that'll make it 16-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Sadie Newton with another assist as Setzler finds the back of the net. And this Illinois Wesleyan team, fundamentally sound here in this matchup. It has certainly come across. That's another assist for Newton. That's her third of the match. So Newton with 3 goals, 3 assists. Meanwhile, Setzler gets her 4th goal. Marley Brown for Illinois Wesleyan, number 44, is the goalkeeper. She's been out there. And actually, looks like she'll get the entire 4th quarter for Illinois Wesleyan as they continue to head towards their first win of the season. 4th quarter on the other side of this break. It's been all Illinois Wesleyan Titans as they lead it 16-0. 4th quarter action coming up from Stewart Field here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Back here at Stewart Field in Chicago, this is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. The home opener for the Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse team not going the way they planned as they currently trail 16-0 at the hands of the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. But there'll be another opportunity to get that first home win on Saturday at noon when the Scarlet Hawks take on the North Central Cardinals right here at Stewart Field. That'll also be accompanied by Game 2 of our doubleheader at 3 p.m. when the men's lacrosse team, with their 1-1 record, take on the Kalamazoo Hornets. For the women's lacrosse team, Emily Wisoki still looking for that first win here. It looks like her team will fall to 0-3 as a result of this 16 goal deficit, and also facing running clock rules headed into the 4th quarter. But Wisoki in her first season at the helm of the Illinois Tech women's lacrosse program, taking over for former coach Kirk Lamity, who after 6 seasons decided to back off as the head coach, but still oversee the Illinois Tech women's lacrosse program moving forward. So still part of the plan moving forward, just in a different role, is Kirk Lamity, and he's put his trust here in first-year head coach Emily Wisoki, coming over following 4 seasons at Wagner and also following a grad season as a player for Ryder. Ryder, of course, beginning their women's lacrosse program last season, where Coach Wisoki had the first assist in program history last season. 11 assists. Wisoki last season finished with 11 assists for Ryder. That was good for being tied for 4th on the Ryder roster a year ago. But hoping that her players can figure out some of the growing pains and learn some of the things that she learned as a player, and together maybe they can assist and link up for the first win for Illinois Tech this season in women's lacrosse. Illinois Wesleyan, however, looks like they're going to do right by their former, not only their current coach, but also a fellow former alum in Abby Kashina. Kashina, the coach of the program for the first time this season. Was an assistant coach last season, also a former player from 2015 to 2018. So this is an Illinois Wesleyan program, which, by the way, of course, their 11th season, but in their previous 10 seasons had been pretty good, especially playing in the CCIW. The real problem for them in the CCIW was a school named the University of Chicago, which is not too far south from here. And I have to be honest, throughout the years, I've had the pleasure of seeing a lot of Illinois Wesleyan U Chicago women's lacrosse matchups, and the growth that Kate Robinson and her program, they had at their program at University of Chicago, really knocked Illinois Wesleyan from being one of the top, knocked them off what had been the top spot in the CCIW for a long time. But now with University of Chicago out of the CCIW, could be Illinois Wesleyan's conference to regain. But you also have to watch out for Carroll, and you also have to watch out for Carthage. But once again, Illinois Wesleyan looks like they could be coming for another run in the CCIW this year as Maddie Gibson gets her first goal of the season. The first-year player from Fenton, Missouri, finds the back of the net. Sophie Shore credited with the assist as Illinois Wesleyan got the player up goal. Illinois Tech had a player on the sideline, and as a result, Illinois Wesleyan able to take advantage, work the ball inside, and score again, add to this lead. That clock continuing to tick here at Stewart Field. And I'm sure if you're an Illinois Wesleyan fan, you love the idea of that clock just continuing to burn with the Scarlet Hawks trailing by 17 goals. Speaking of 17, here is Illinois Wesleyan's number 17, Fiendaka. Over to Heil. Heil again, Chloe Heil with her fourth goal. Heil and Setzler have 4, and that comes after Gibson just got her first goal. Unassisted goal for Chloe Heil, the sophomore out of Houston, Texas. Came in as a reserve in this matchup for Illinois Wesleyan and put in 4 goals. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe she has 2 on each side of the field for Illinois Wesleyan. But the Titans, again, continuing to add to what has been an all Illinois Wesleyan matchup. Literally on the scoreboard, it's 18-0 right now. And Illinois Wesleyan, I'm sure this will work wonders for their confidence before they go home, not only for their home opener on Saturday, but 3 straight matchups at home for the Titans at Tucci Stadium in Bloomington, where they'll take on Edgewood Saturday, Lake Forest Sunday, and then they'll take on Wisconsin Lacrosse on Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. So a packed week for Illinois Wesleyan with this matchup here against Illinois Tech, and then, of course, 3 at home against Edgewood, Lake Forest, and Wisconsin Lacrosse. Opportunities to score for Illinois Tech is squandered on the missed pass, and now Illinois Wesleyan looking to clear. Long run for the Titans. And now they're just going to hold. They're content to just hold the ball, really just get it into the attacking part of the field, hold it, and force Illinois Tech to do something defensively. Fiendaka took the long run of the net, but she shoots the shot wide right to the back fencing. And another goal for Illinois Wesleyan. Patience again, pay it off. Even with Illinois Tech finding ways to change up their strategies, Illinois Wesleyan has worked the ball inside consistently in the second half, and they add another goal to make it 19-0. The goal this time scored by Carly Bayes. As Bayes now becomes the 6th. Bayes becomes the 6th Titan to score this evening. The 7th Titan to score this evening. And remember, so Illinois Wesleyan, they have 5 players with at least 3 goals. It's now Gibson and Bayes both have 1, so 7 players for Illinois Wesleyan finding the back of the net for a 19-0 advantage on the scoreboard. It's Fiandaka. Fiandaka was the last player for Illinois Wesleyan to get the hat trick. Her goal made it 15-0 back in the third quarter. Heil and Setzler both have 4 goals to lead the way for Illinois Wesleyan, both with their goals with goal number 4 in this fourth quarter. The other 2 goals scored by Gibson and Bayes. Here's Heil. Heil works inside. They were going to try to get one for Lily Keaton, another first-year player out of Bloomington, Illinois. And we got a collision on the field with Niebler. As Niebler goes down. Niebler and, I believe that's Shore. Sophie Shore collide. And Sophie Shore back to her feet. So good to see that both players back up, considering the injuries we've seen for Illinois Tech. Martinez is still out on the sideline. Really just sitting down. She's been sitting on the sideline the majority of the second half with that right leg wrapped up. Iona Pettigrew's been on the sideline, and Izzy Niebler not too long ago came to the sideline. Niebler in possession of the ball now, being chased by Heil. Pass intended for Pettigrew, snatched out of the air by Fiandaka. Akirtava was looking for Pettigrew, but Fiandaka had it read the entire way, able to jump in front. Maddie Gibson works it up top this time to Setzler. 4 goals in the matchup for Avery Setzler, the senior out of Bloomington, Illinois. Setzler now met by a trio of Scarlet Hawks. That was Niebler, Akirtava, and Pettigrew up top. An opportunity for Shore to go inside. Shore tries to shoot and score. Sophie Shore finding the back of the net. The first-year player from St. Peters, Missouri, with her first goal to make it a 20-0 advantage for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. Unassisted goal for Illinois Wesleyan. And now just a 20-0 advantage here, where again the Titans just continue to pour it on. 20 goals for Illinois Wesleyan. 12 of those 20 were assisted. Sadie Newton actually leading the way with the point total. She has 6 points in the matchup with 3 goals and 3 assists. And then, of course, the goal lead, that goes to Heil and Setzler, both having 4 goals, also both have an assist. So 5 points for both Avery Setzler and Chloe Heil. 6:45 remaining as Illinois Wesleyan continues to pour it on here in the fourth quarter. To this point of the season, Illinois Tech has only scored 5 goals. And they're running out of time here with 6:30 to try to get one on the board in the season opener, the home opener at Stewart Field. Here's Gibson. It was a 10-7 win for Illinois Wesleyan on Saturday, a 10-7 loss for Illinois Wesleyan on Saturday at the hands of Aurora as they lost to Illinois Tech's conference foe, the Aurora Spartans. But this win for Illinois Wesleyan will get them back to 500. And what a win it is for Illinois Wesleyan, up 20-0. It will work wonders for your confidence. And again, this is a program that's used to being competitive in NCAA Division III women's lacrosse. They're used to being one of the top teams in their respective conference. And this is a good start to get them in the right direction. They lose to one team in the NAC and then turn around and absolutely dominate the matchup against the other. It's a pretty good trip. Pretty good trip for Bloomington, for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans to go back to Bloomington. They make the trip up to what for them would be Northern Illinois here in Chicago. And they played the Aurora Spartans tough on Saturday to a 3-goal defeat, but now a 21-goal advantage with 5 minutes remaining here. Mia Fiendaka adds another goal. Fiendaka on the free position, her 4th goal of the match. So that's 3 players with 4. Fiendaka, Setzler, and Heil to lead the way. They've combined for 12 of the 21 goals for Illinois Wesleyan. And speaking of 12 of those 21 goals have been assisted for the Titans. 21 goals on 47 shots for Illinois Wesleyan to this point of the matchup. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech, only 1 shot attempt recorded. That was Iona Pettigrew in the 3rd quarter on a free position opportunity. Sophie Shore. Over to Maddie Gibson. Here's Sadie Newton. Newton pressured along the back line by Juliana Moore. In front of the net again, and a score for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. That will be Avery Setzler, her 5th goal of the match. That makes it 22-0 Illinois Wesleyan.
Illinois Wesleyan goal scored by number 18, Avery Setzler. Assisted with 15, Sadie Newton.
For Setzler, that's her 5th goal of the match, 8th goal of the season. For Newton, that will be her 4th assist of this match, 5th assist of the season. So for Illinois Wesleyan, 22 goals, 13 assists. And leading the way is Newton with 4 assists. And leading the way is Setzler with 5 of 22 goals. Bit of a look at the Illinois Tech men's lacrosse team. They're actually making their way on the Stewart Field to observe these final 3 minutes. Remember, we'll have a doubleheader here Saturday. That'll be at noon on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Beginning at noon, it'll be Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse as they take on the North Central Cardinals. And then at 3 p.m., following the conclusion of our women's matchup, men's lacrosse action as the Scarlet Hawks will take on the Kalamazoo Hornets. That match scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. right here at Stewart Field. There's another goal this time for Carly Bayes, her 2nd of the match, both in this 4th quarter. So Carly Bayes, unassisted, makes it 23-0 Illinois Wesleyan. It was 7-0 at the end of the 1st quarter, Illinois Wesleyan. It was 11-0 at halftime, 16-0 at the end of the 3rd, so a 7-goal 4th quarter, which matches the 7 goals scored in the 1st quarter by the Titans. And with 2 minutes and change, I guess the only thing to decide here will what will be the final count. Will Illinois Wesleyan get out of here with a 23-0 final, or can Illinois Tech get that ball to the opposite net to at least get 1 shot here to get on the board? This could be our final draw control here as we approach the final 100 seconds. Fiendaka catches that one out of the air. Fiendaka goes in behind. That was going to be Keaton. I thought Keaton was going to try to charge the net. Keaton has had a number of opportunities where she's flashed in front of the net, but was not the recipient of the pass. Didn't get the pass where she wanted it, or couldn't release the shot where she wanted it. Sophie Shore over to Gibson. Here's Newton. Newton pressured by her numerical counterpart, Juliana Moore. It's Post who comes away with it for Illinois Tech. Post over to Niebler with under a minute to go. Niebler pressured by Fiendaka, and the ball taken away by Illinois Wesleyan. A chance to go for the net inside for Keaton, but she runs into trouble, actually more so turned into trouble, where Illinois Tech was able to get out of traffic with the ball. It's Juliana Moore trying to work towards midfield. Moore able to turn the corner, and she's got the step on Sophie Shore. 30 seconds to go as Illinois Tech at least tries to get on the board before the match concludes. Moore drops the ball, and then a bit of a pile as Moore falls down going towards the net. And Moore falls down with 20 seconds remaining in the match, and you don't like to see that at all in a matchup that is clearly decided. Moore with clearly the best run Illinois Tech has had all evening, and then just fell down, and also a bit of a collision after her fall. Not at all what anyone would want to see here, especially not with 20 seconds to go in the matchup. You never want to see any player get hurt, but 20 seconds to go in the game. And, of course, with Moore, that was the best run Illinois Tech had all evening. And then she just fell down right in front of the cage with an opportunity to go for goal. Mika Sanchez and the Illinois Tech training staff, along with Coach Emily Wasoki, out there with Moore. Illinois Tech, remember Tony Martinez has been on the sideline with her leg wrapped up the majority of the second half, but I'm watching Martinez hurrying to put her shoe on, and also we're looking for a cross to go out there with 20 seconds. I'm not sure what's going to be the issue here with Moore down on the field, but it appears that Tony Martinez is going to run onto the field here, and you may see her actually hobbling out there with that right leg wrapped up. She's been sitting on the sideline the majority of the second half, and at the moment is trying to help Moore, who is at least sitting up. That's a good sign. But then even Martinez, you can see, she ran and she hopped all the way out there just to fall. But it's a good sign that Moore is up on her own 2 feet and able to walk off the field. Now, I mentioned Tony Martinez is out there on the field for Illinois Tech. You can see her wearing number 22 in white. She's out there with her leg wrapped up. She's been sitting on the sideline the majority of this second half. I'd say about since the 6-minute mark of that third quarter. But it'll be Martinez to resume action for Illinois Tech here with 20 3/10 of a second to go. Martinez has 3 goals this season and a chance to score. Martinez's shot is deflected away by Marley Brown, the keeper for Illinois Wesleyan. As it appears the Illinois Wesleyan Titans will force this ball to the other end of the field, and that will do it. A 23-0 win for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans, as they shut out the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. They get their first win of the season, and head coach Abby Kashina gets her first win as the head coach of this Illinois Wesleyan women's lacrosse program. Abby Kashina, quite the player in her Illinois Wesleyan women's lacrosse career, but now she beats Illinois Tech to get her first win as a head coach of the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. Meanwhile, for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, they'll return to the drawing board following this 23-0 defeat. It was just an all-around rough night at Stewart Field, but the Scarlet Hawks will be back on the field on Saturday to take on the North Central Cardinals. For all of our crew here at Stewart Field, for Eric Willowhite and the rest of our stats crew, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse. Remember, Saturday we have doubleheader action, where at noon it'll be Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse taking on the North Central Cardinals, and then at 3 p.m., men's lacrosse takes on the Kalamazoo Hornets. Again, for all of our crew, this has been Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Until next time, good evening from Chicago.